Hello, football edits. Welcome back to Let's Talk Football. My name is Tato Toteti, otherwise known as TT, the former Hellenic and African Wanderers midfielder. Abakulusi. Kaizer Chiefs are on the brink of something that they haven't achieved in 6 years, and not many people are talking about it. I know that we did a video 3 days ago with regards a Kaizer Chiefs, but in this video we'll take a different angle because with 22 matches played by Kaizer Chiefs, who are currently sitting third on the log, with 42 points. They are just 5 points away from equaling the 47-point mark that they set during the 2021-2022 season, their highest full season tally since 2020. On the surface, it sounds simple. I mean, it's what, 5 points from 8 games, but in reality, it tells much a deeper story about where the team is going. Because if you look at the recent season, consistency has been a problem, a real problem for the Kaizer Chiefs. In 2024-2025 season, they just accumulated 32 points, and in 2023-2024, a slight improvement, which was 36 points, and 2022-2023 more competitive, if I may say, when you compare the numbers with 44 points. They are close push to that mark, 47 points benchmark. You look at the 2020-2021, it's 36 points, and so when you look at the season and where it stands out, in already they have what, 42 points with games still to play. Chiefs have not only matched, but they already surpassed some of those recent campaigns. I know, obviously, look, they are under guidance Khalil Ben Youssef and Cedric Kazi, and honestly, the technical team, I feel like they've been under pressure, and this is starting to look like a side that is slowly finding direction again. To be quite honest, they are not done as yet. Look, 8 matches are still remaining, and their current form continues um, to be much more, if we may say it, well, they have improved, because if you consider where they come from, um, last season they they didn't qualify for top 8. I think they finished 9. Yeah, they finished 9, with 32 points. To even get to that 40-point mark, it was it was really a mountain to climb for them. But obviously, with 4 consecutive wins, breaking past 47 points is no longer just possible, it's expected by the Amakosi fan and the management as well. I know that the management has set the record straight for the technical team, that they want to see at least the team going back to the CAF Champions League competition, which is very difficult if you take a look at where the AE Pirates is at in terms of the difference between Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates. I don't think that Pirates is a team that will drop points. Certainly, I look, as I said previously, I mean, I would want to see Pirates winning the league, but that looks difficult. It also looks difficult for Kaizer Chiefs also to surpass the Orlando Pirates. You know what I mean? But that is the mandate. The mandate is the mandate. I think it's not like they've set the mandate now. The mandate has always been there when the season started. The technical team, who Cedric did mention that, look, they have a backup. They have the support from the technical team, which is from the management, which is very good. And yeah, they are still behind Orlando Pirates and Mamelodi Sundowns. I don't think that those positions will change. It's good that we have the top three uh, clubs in the top three league standings. For me, that's a positive sign. But this is the same. This is not the same Kaizer Chiefs. We've seen a struggling Kaizer Chiefs in recent years, but this one looks quite different. They look like a team that wants to compete. There's that sort of arrogance. Obviously, there were changes that were made within the technical team and the players that were brought in Jan and earlier this year. So this team is becoming very competitive again, and um, obviously, when you look at the record against Nabi, they didn't register a single win in the last 9 league matches, and people were still patient with him. But they can't be patient with Ben Youssef and Usaid because who have never been head coaches. These guys have never been head coaches before, and they are doing a better job than Nasrib Nabi, which is quite. Uh, it really doesn't make sense why the fan base at Kaizer Chiefs doesn't want, or they're not giving them enough chance, the same chance that they give to Unabi. If you looked at where they finished, ninth on the log, yes, we won the Nedbank Cup, but the fans still believe that Nabi will take this team to a different level and back to its glory days. But when we are really really honest, I don't think that if Nabi was still there, this team was going to improve in some sort. Yes, Cedric and Upen Youssef, they've made their changes. There are players that never got a chance to play under Unabi. Now they are getting more minutes. Players like Abu Fundo Vilagazi, players like Abu Zita. I know that he played within the last game of the league, which was the final, but to be quite honest, under Nabi, he didn't play a lot of games. There were a lot of changes that were made, even in the middle of the park. Players like Abu Glovu and Maboy. So there are those changes that we now are starting to witness within the team. And to be quite honest, I know that, as I said in the previous video again, that a lot of people want Upito Musimani, but for me, I think we should give these guys a chance. If we really don't get Upito Musimani, it wouldn't do us justice as Kaizer Chiefs to go and um, go for another coach, because that will mean that we'll start afresh. If it's Pito, then I think everybody can accept that. But even with Pito, if he comes, then we'll still have to give him more time. But to be quite honest, I am quite impressed with the current technical team. Even if we were not to get Upito Musiman, that's still fine. Then there needs to be that. I know even if they don't meet the mandate, but you have to look at where the team came from. I mean, from number 9 to finishing number 3. If they finish number 3, that will be a very very impressive finish, and it will be a realistic one. I don't think it's easy to go from number 9 to Champions League. No, it's not easy. Even the record of the current technical team and the players as well within the CAF competition. I mean, any team that collects 10 points, they can easily qualify. If Kaizer Chiefs was in the other groups with 10 points, they would have qualified for a knockout. But obviously that's that's a topic for another day. But for me now, yeah, I still say that these guys honestly they deserve a fair chance. Obviously there's still a long way to go, but we have to consider things like they were never given a preseason. Yes, they were with Nabi, but when the head coach is there, when you suggest certain things, if the head coach says no, it's a no. Even with players, if he says no, it's a no. So yeah, let's see how it goes. But for me, if Kaizer Chiefs finishes third on the log, that will be a huge improvement, and a, a improvement that deserve a reward from the management to the technical team. And as good to know, please feel free to engage in the comment section. Let me know what you think. I will see you on the next one. Thank you.